Hello, and welcome to the Inspired Living with Ellen Broderick podcast. This week, we're going to continue to talk about the Bhagavad Gita and the wisdom that is shared through this conversation between a young warrior who is the leader of his people. Arjuna is his name, and his charioteer, who is also the divine incarnated. And So it's a conversation in which Krishna, the divine incarnate, explains to Arjuna various ways that we get in our own way, in various ways that we can come back to a center that is going to not only feed us, but put us in a position in which we are doing what we're here to do. So this week, what I'd like to do is just concentrate on one of the three gunas. So the gunas are these ways of being, of relating to the world, of carrying knowledge. All of us have all three of them. Rajasic guna is when we perceive a multiplicity of beings, and each one exists by itself, separate from all the others. And then tamasic is when the tamasic knowledge is when we cling to one thing as if it were the whole, with no concern for the true cause or any essence of things. And then sattvic knowledge sees all things in a single imperishable being, undivided among the divided. So we're going to focus today on sattvic and what does Krishna have to say to Arjuna about about sattvic knowledge and sattvic way of being. So I'm going to have you get yourself nice and comfortable and into whatever position you take for meditation. And if you're sitting up, really connecting to your sits bones and allowing your spine to rise up with the spine in a neutral position, head rising up from there so that your heart is over your pelvic floor and your shoulders are over that and the head is over the heart. Closing eyes or bringing the gaze downward. And then coming to your breath. As you breathe in, breathing in a sense of well-being and nourishment. As you breathe out, letting go of anything that is not serving your highest purpose. Breathing in and out this way 3 or 4 times. And then listening to a few quotes that I have here about sattvic guna. The understanding that knows what to do and what not to, safety and danger, bondage and liberation, is sattvic. The unswerving will that controls the functions of mind, breath, senses by the practice of meditation. This kind of will is sattvic. The happiness which comes from long practice, which leads to the end of suffering, which at first is like poison, but at last like nectar. This kind of happiness arises from the serenity of one's own mind, is called sattvic. And taking 2 or 3 more full breaths in and out. And focusing again on the heart. The heart being really the organ that leads us in a direction of connection to our internal knowing. And then when you're ready, lifting the gaze, opening the eyes, coming back together. So this concept of 3 gunas and the sattvic guna being really one to aspire toward. I absolutely think that the Bhagavad Gita is it's an incredibly nourishing read. That it has the potential to clarify for all of us that are on this path where we are confused, we don't know what is the best way to go. It is just such a good roadmap. So the version that I was quoting from and that I really enjoy is the Stephen Mitchell version of the Bhagavad Gita. It's the Stephen Mitchell translation. Eknath Easwaran also has a beautiful book on the Bhagavad Gita. It's more of a commentary in which he is bringing examples from his life to what is meant from the text. But the Stephen Mitchell is an actual translation in full of the Bhagavad Gita. We will do another look at some aspect of the Bhagavad Gita next week. And until then, I hope you have a wonderful week. See you then.